Welcome to Maine Dekha Hai. I'm really glad to have so many queries coming from you with regard to the videos that I'd shared about Antarctica and climate in last couple of weeks on YouTube. And I'm really happy to answer those queries from you. So the very first question comes from Tavishi Kapoor. She's studying in class 7. So she asks that, are there any cities or towns in Antarctica or is just white patch of ice? So to answer you this, let me tell you that Antarctica is the 7th continent, okay? There are no countries or cities or villages or any human for that matter who lives there. There are research stations over there, okay? So the area is defined by a different name of explorers rather than that this region is a so and so village. No, nothing of that sort is there. So to answer you, in Antarctica there are no cities or villages. 98% of the continent is a patch of ice. Okay, the second question is, how did I go to Antarctica and is there any visa required? So yeah, okay, to answer you that, I flew from here, New Delhi, India, to Argentina, the capital of Argentina, which is Buenos Aires. And from Buenos Aires, I flew to Ushuaia, which is the last city of the southern part of the world. And from there, I had sailed through a ship to Antarctica, when I reached in about 2 days by sailing and about 1.5 days by flight to Argentina. Okay, so further to elaborate on this, there are the nearest countries, around Antarctica are South Africa, there is Australia, there is New Zealand, there's Chile, and then is Argentina. I had to get the visa for Argentina, and I did not require any visa for Antarctica. You don't require a visa for Antarctica. I do have a stamp of Antarctica on my passport, and that I have from the port that we had gone from Ushuaia, because they provide you a stamp which says that you're going to Antarctica. So, which airlines commute to Antarctica is another question which came up. So there is primarily no airline services to Antarctica. The Antarctica continent is primarily for explorers and for climate activists who want to understand and study about the climate of the continent. So we had to go by ship. There are explorers who walk to the South Pole, but there are no flights particularly which goes there. Okay. So are there any specific months to visit Antarctica is the next question which comes in. So in Antarctica, the winters are primarily from March end till September, and October to February or March mid is the summertime. And so primarily you go in summers because there is where you are able to take up the climate. Otherwise, the temperature goes down to minus 89 degrees, okay, which is extremely freezing. So another question is, where can we stay in Antarctica? Okay, there are people who go for an exploration sake, they walk around the continent to reach the South Pole. Those people are supposed to stay in the tents, so they carry their tents and stay in those tents. But since we went for study purpose and we used to go to the continent, come back to the ship, so we primarily used to live in ship. The next question comes in, who governs Antarctica? Very interesting questions asked by Anand Sehgal, studying in 10th standard. So, if you would have seen my latest video posted on YouTube, you would know the answer to that. But to answer you again here, the fact is, it doesn't come under any country. Okay, Antarctica is an independent continent. There have been several signatories for Antarctic Treaty, and that was the prime reason I went to the continent, to protect the Antarctic Treaty. Antarctic Treaty is done by 53 countries, and India, you will be happy to know that India is one of the 53 countries who have signed this document to protect the Antarctica. Now, what is meant by protection of Antarctica? It means that there is no country which has any right on the continent. So a country is not supposed to drill or mine it for the sake of minerals or for the sake of any natural resource. Okay, that continent is supposed to maintain the temperature of the entire world, and the cold atmosphere which is there is extremely important, so that we who live in plain land and the tropical climate conditions, we are able to live in a normal way. We can have normal seasons of summer, winter, monsoon and spring and all of this. Okay, so also to add on to this, there are 7 countries which are Argentina, Australia, Chile, France, New Zealand, Norway and United Kingdom, which used to territorially claim certain parts of Antarctica because they are nearby, and because some part is overlapping too. So Antarctica does not belong to any nation, and but is governed by this international treaty that bars countries from owning or exploiting its land. And as I said, one prime reason I went, so that I could tell you all this, and when we become leaders in future, we can implement to make policies which really protects the continent. Now the next question is from Manveer Singh, who is studying in 7th standard, and he asks that due to global warming, temperature is rising everywhere. So in summer or hot weather, glaciers won't melt? A very beautiful question. So Antarctica is supposed to maintain the global temperature, as I mentioned before. Yet every act we do here, as in the pollution from the vehicles, the pollution from the heat generated by the industrial sources and all that stuff, every such act matters, and so these kind of temperature rise that is happening here is actually impacting the melting of ice in Antarctica. So you might have read about this in recent times, that the biggest glacier of Antarctica, which is called Pine Island Glacier, it kind of started melting in a very, very fast way, and it has actually broken. So it's an alarming state for all of us to really, really be aware about climatic conditions and take necessary actions to protect our environment.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope you could get your answers well. I'll be answering rest of the questions in the next video. In the meantime, if you have any more questions, please comment in the section below or mail me at info@maine dekha hai.com.